this is Value and Creating Form. Our objectives are demonstrate knowledge of different drawing pencil types and how to use them to create different values. Develop skill in creating different values, edges, and establishing believable form using graphite pencil. So graphite pencils. The terms pencil and graphite are used interchangeably. A pencil is made from graphite, which is a form of carbon enclosed in a wood casing. It is the most common drawing material. It is produced in various grades or degrees of softness, hardness of the material. And then if you combine or layer these different grades of pencils, it creates really smooth transitions and a wide range of values. So on your pencil, there is an alphanumeric designation. So number 2, this is your regular old pencil that you used to write with in school. And then it also says HB. So HB is like the middle value. As the scale goes to the left, the graphite gets softer and darker, so you can make really, really dark, almost black values with a 9B. And then as you go to the right, it is a harder graphite and it's lighter. So being able to choose a range of pencils allows your drawings to have a little bit more life, and your ability to create a wide range of values increases. So form in 2D artwork, form is a shape transformed to give the illusion of depth or 3 dimensions. So our 3 basic shapes are a circle, a square, and a triangle. Now the 5 basic forms are a sphere, a cube, a pyramid, a cone, and a cylinder. So you can see the circle gets transformed into a sphere to create a form. A flat square turns into a cube, a triangle into a cone, and then we also have the pyramid and the cylinder. So what changes from the shape to the form is the value. We're adding value. So value is the degree of light and darkness of an area. It is what creates believable form, depth, and space in your artwork. So what's really important is that you understand and know the 5 elements of shading. To create a really realistic looking form, you have to have at least 5 different values. And so the lightest value on a form is the highlight. This is where the light source is coming in. So you can see on my hand, the sun is hitting my hand. This would be the highlight. The second value is the shade. The shade is what is the local color or local value of your object. So this is, if it's a blue sphere, this would be that shade of blue. Number 3 is the reflected light. So when you have a sphere and you have it sitting on a table or anything and your light source is coming in, there's always going to be light bouncing back up towards the form. And so that is where that little reflected light, that little crescent comes in. So adding that little crescent really makes things pop. So don't forget about the reflected light. The shadow is the darkest part of the form. So this would be your level 4 value. And then last is the cast shadow. The cast shadow is where the form is blocking any light from hitting the ground or whatever it's laying on, so it is completely black. The cast shadow is your darkest value. So values and edges and transitions. So whenever 2 values or colors meet, they make an edge. So if you're looking at my hand right now, the sun's coming in, so it's making a pretty sharp edge right there from my hand to the highlight. So a sharp edge is when light transitions from dark to light very quickly. So like a line, dark light. A soft edge is when light transitions from dark to light slowly. And there's various gradations of this. So in this example, you can see it's dark, it gets a little bit to the medium, and then all of a sudden it's light. And then this one, though, it's very, very slow where it goes from dark to light. So there's different levels of how quickly it transitions. So when artists use hard and soft edges, they're using it to create different effects in their drawings, and it really helps to create realism and believable form. So for instance, on this, that hard edge just transitions very quickly from hard to light, from dark to light. There's a softer edge. It's transitioning, but it's transitioning pretty quick. The lost edge, this transitions so slowly, it's so hard to even barely tell what's happening there, right? You can still see it, but it's so slow. And then the blended edge. So this is another variation of a soft edge. So our practice work, you're going to do a drawing pencil sampler to test out the different pencils. You're going to make a graduated tones practice, so you're going to practice making value scale. And then we're going to do a draw 4 skill check. So on a piece of drawing paper, you're going to draw a cone, a cylinder, a sphere, and a cube, and you're going to shade it accurately using those 5 different values. So I'm going to give you an example, and then you're going to work from that example. So some tips when you're drawing this. Look at your reference. Don't guess. Build your value in layers. Don't just go right in full force with that pencil and make it super dark. Start with your light, your middle, and then get your darker pencil and add. So it's like you're making a soup. You're adding to it. Don't just try to do it all in one go. Do not over smudge. So if you're trying to use a tissue or a blender, there's a tendency to just go over all of it and use it as a drawing tool. It's not a drawing tool, it's a blending tool. So don't just smudge it and call it good. Now you can smudge a little bit, but then you need to go back over it with your pencil. And then last is take your time, stay focused, and you need to have patience. We're flexing our muscles right now. We're learning, we're getting better. So you need to take your time and really learn from any mistakes that you're making, because the more we do this, the better we get. So I can't wait to see your work.